What's up, guys? Jesse here, and today we're going to talk about ethics in engineering. Two articles I've recently read about engineering ethics, and the first one is titled "In Ethical Issues with the Repiphysis Prothesis" by John Fried. Fried describes the Repiphysis expandable prothesis as a great innovation for patients with osteosarcoma. This repiphysis is invasive, which means once it's implanted, there should be no other surgeries after that. This was an incredible new product that allowed the patients to keep their limbs instead of being salvaged. However, this prothesis was new and still experimental. When Fried researched the outcomes of the repiphysis system, the results did not meet the expectations as advertised. In fact, Fried found that the repiphysis had survival rates of 60% at 48 months and only 32% at 72 months. These patients would find that the implants would become infected after their surgery, ultimately causing even more surgeries and possibly death. With thinking on the ethical side of this problem, what will the company do now? They have invested a lot of money into this project and want profits. The ethical question is, should they still roll out this into the real world? Fried suggests that they should continue to develop the project, and I absolutely agree. In the engineering code of ethics, it says that engineers must hold paramount the safety, health, and welfare of the public. Releasing the product into the public would definitely violate this code. The company, however, may still roll it out to production just so they can make their money back, which is not really good for any consumer of the product. But this is definitely not the way engineers should be. I believe many engineers stop faulty equipment and products from harming the public even when their companies try to make more profit. Another article I read, which is really interesting to me as soon as I saw the topic, I have to do some more research on it, was called Engineering Ethics of 3D Food Printing. Does efficiency outweigh safety? Alexander Hartman, the author of the article, is an industrial engineer at 3D Systems Incorporated. He explains that the 3D food printers took food particles to create whatever the consumer desired in his or her meal, down to the exact ingredients. However, after examining the new 3D food printer, the ChefJet, Hartman found that he had to find preservatives that could make the 3D printed meat last the longest. He discovered that sodium nitrite and sodium nitrate were the best preservatives, but they are also believed to cause gastric cancer. After finding this out, Hartman was hesitant to whether he should allow these preservatives to be released to consumers. This is where the ethics of engineering come into play. Hartman had conflicts with his personal interests. Should he release the product to keep his job or stop the preservatives from going to market? I believe that the preservatives should not go into production, for this infringes upon the first canon of the Code of Ethics for Engineers. Hartman also believes this, but his supervisor is only concerned with efficiency and the company's profits. I think there should be no exceptions to the Code of Ethics, and that they should be followed to the very last word. Hartman has to either be honest in his reports of the ingredients or not include the preservatives at all. Personally, I wouldn't allow the preservatives, but Hartman still has not made his decision on what to do. Many engineers do need help when it comes to making ethical decisions, and Hartman suggests to receive advice from people you trust. I really agree on this, for any advice from trusty colleagues would definitely help. This ethical code has been set in place not only to protect the public, but to stop companies from deceiving the public. I believe engineers that follow the principles are unseen heroes. There's not one instance where you shouldn't follow these codes of ethics, not even for the largest amount of profit or benefit.